Have you ever met someone who just seems unshakable? They walk through chaos with a calm that's almost magnetic. It's not that they're cold or don't feel anything. Quite the opposite. They feel everything, but they own their feelings. They aren't puppets on the strings of circumstance. This is the power of being emotionally untouchable, and it's a skill you can learn. First, let's get one thing straight. Being emotionally untouchable isn't about building walls or becoming a robot. It's not about suppressing your emotions until you explode. It's about mastering them. It means your inner peace isn't up for grabs. External events, other people's opinions, their bad moods, none of it gets to dictate how you feel. Your emotional state is your own, managed from the inside out. Think about the difference between reacting and responding. A reaction is instant, a gut-level impulse. Someone cuts you off in traffic, and you immediately lay on the horn, your heart pounding with anger. That's a reaction. A response, on the other hand, is considered taking that split second to breathe, to observe the situation, and to choose your action. You see the driver, you acknowledge your flash of annoyance, and then you decide to just let it go and maintain your calm. That's a response. Emotionally untouchable people are masters of the response. This simple shift gives them incredible control over situations without needing to be confrontational. They don't add fuel to the fire. They simply choose not to get burned. There's a deep-seated reason why we're drawn to this kind of person. The human brain is hardwired to respect emotional stability. From an evolutionary standpoint, a calm and steady leader was a signal of safety. It meant they could handle pressure, make wise decisions, and keep the tribe safe. Today, that translates into social respect. When you demonstrate emotional stability, you are non-verbally communicating maturity, reliability, and self-trust. People feel safe around you because they know you won't fly off the handle. They see you as a pillar of strength. Now, let's talk about power dynamics. You lose power the moment your emotional buttons are obvious and easily pushed. If people know exactly what to say or do to make you angry, sad, or defensive, they have a playbook on how to manipulate you. They can trigger you to get the reaction they want, whether it's to win an argument, to make you feel guilty, or to simply throw you off balance. When you're predictable, you're controllable. But what happens when they push those buttons and nothing? When they can't get that predictable emotional reaction from you, they lose all their leverage. It's like they're playing a game, but you've refused to play by their rules. This doesn't come from suppressing what you feel. It comes from self-regulation. You acknowledge the feeling, the spark of anger, the pang of hurt, but you don't let it take the driver's seat. You are the one in control, not the emotion. This self-regulation is the core of emotional untouchability. When you establish these calm emotional boundaries, something fascinating happens. People start being more careful with how they treat you. They learn that emotional outbursts or manipulative tactics simply don't work on you. So, they have to adjust their approach. They have to communicate more respectfully and directly, because the old, easy ways of getting a reaction are off the table. You teach people how to treat you by what you are willing to tolerate. Emotionally untouchable people also don't get caught in the trap of over-explaining or defending their feelings. If you say no to something and someone tries to make you feel guilty, you don't need to write a 10-page essay defending your decision. Your no is enough. Your feelings are valid on their own. They don't require external validation or justification. Constantly defending yourself signals a lack of conviction. Standing firm in your emotional truth, without apology, projects quiet confidence. One of the most powerful tools in your arsenal is silence. We often feel this pressure to fill every empty space in a conversation, especially when it's tense. But a deliberate pause can be more powerful than any words you could say. If someone says something provocative, instead of jumping to defend yourself, just pause. Look at them calmly. Let the silence hang in the air for a moment. This gives you time to regulate your own emotions, and it puts the spotlight back on them and their behavior. Silence and strategic pauses are your shield. They protect your emotional control when it's under attack. Another key principle is detachment from outcomes. So much of our anxiety and fear comes from being attached to a specific result. We want the job. We want the person to like us. We want the argument to go our way. This attachment makes us vulnerable. If someone knows you're desperate for their approval, they can use it against you. But when you detach from the outcome, you remove that fear. You'll do your best, but you accept that you can't control the final result. This mindset is liberating. It removes the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, and with it, the potential for manipulation. You operate from a place of wholeness, not from a place of need. Have you ever noticed that people subconsciously test each other's emotional limits? It happens all the time in relationships, at work, and in social settings. Someone might make a slightly backhanded compliment, or be 5 minutes late, or push a boundary just to see how you'll react. These are little tests. If you overreact, you fail the test. If you get flustered, you fail the test. But if you handle it with calm, assertive grace, you pass. Each time you pass one of these tests, you build respect. People learn that your boundaries are real and that you are not easily rattled. This emotional independence is what forces others to adjust their behavior around you. They can't rely on making you feel a certain way to get what they want. They have to deal with you on a logical, rational level. This creates a powerful dynamic. You're not being demanding or aggressive. You're simply being solid. Your unshakable center creates a kind of quiet authority. This state of being does more than just earn you respect. It also creates a sense of psychological safety for those around you. When people know you are stable and predictable in your calmness, they feel more comfortable being themselves. They don't have to walk on eggshells. They know that a mistake or a disagreement won't result in an emotional storm. You become a safe harbor in a world of emotional turbulence. Ultimately, when you are emotionally untouchable, others feel less able to influence or pressure you. And this is incredibly attractive. It's not about being a challenge to be conquered. It's about demonstrating a deep, unshakable level of self-respect and self-possession. This state creates both respect and attraction effortlessly. You aren't trying to impress anyone. You are simply being your most centered, authentic self. And there is nothing more powerful or compelling than that. It's a quiet strength that speaks louder than any words ever could. So start practicing today. Notice your reactions. Choose your responses. Detach from outcomes and embrace the power of the pause. Your inner peace is your greatest power. Guard it well. Thanks for watching. And if this resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.